What's up, Prophets? This is the Prophecy here. Thank you for tuning in. We're gonna be going for a wildling build with a bounce base build. Of course, we're gonna be using the slingshot. We already start with some bounces. We start also with one stick, and we're gonna be going having that extra life steal that is gonna be very helpful. And I think that plus the bounce is gonna be very helpful. It's gonna be helping us get that extra healing. Of course, we don't really start with that big of amount of a life steal, but I think that's gonna scale pretty good as we get more primitive weapons. And having that extra help from the bounce, getting more chances per character, I think that's gonna be very helpful here. And here I'm thinking we're gonna go for that extra range since we're going for that slingshot. Yes, sir, we're going for that extra slingshot. We can get some. We don't really care about the injury, so. Oh, look at that! Another slingshot. That's perfect. And I wanna get this alien town. It could be very helpful. Just so we don't have to deal with having to run into the big mob groups just to get that materials. It's not gonna be that big of a deal, but hey, if it's there, why not? See, we can start to see what the point of the build is, making it very easy to clear big amounts of mobs without having to waste time with each of those. We're gonna be going for that. I think if we go range damage, it's gonna be actually the best one. And we can get another slingshot. I think that's gonna be very good. I'm gonna look at this slingshot right there, and we don't really have anything else here. We're gonna be selling these sticks as we go into the store, so we can get that slingshot that we just locked. We don't really want to have anything to do with those melee weapons, those nasty melee weapons, without that beautiful bounce. Look at that, killing enemies that are not even close to me. That's beautiful. We'll probably want a little bit more attack speed here and some extra range maybe, since it takes a little bit of a while till we can actually aim for people. Well, we got attack speed, just as you were saying. So let's go for this one. We're gonna recycle that slingshot. We can get this cyber ball, but that wouldn't go with what we are with a wildling. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna be going for this metal. That adds extra speed that we actually need, and the extra damage is gonna be very helpful. I'm never gonna say no to extra HP, so I feel like that's a perfect pick for us. Oh, look at that! We are already clearing everything just so easily. It's not really an issue at all. Of course, we want to make sure that we keep upgrading these slingshots, because even though upgrading slingshot and we want to keep up that damage, but we still need a little bit more extra range. I will be more comfortable with a little bit extra range. We can get that extra attack speed, I wouldn't be against it. We can get more range damage, yes sir. We get another slingshot, we get the medal, that's beautiful. We get a 5 extra damage, we also get 2 bounces instead of 1, and the range is gonna be the same, cooldown is a little bit lower though. So overall, a very useful upgrade, having extra bounces. Yeah, we can see the fruits of the bounce being that high. I'm still surprised that we haven't been able to get that extra range that I was really looking for. Hopefully we can get it in before we can start getting into the 10s and higher waves, so I don't have to approach that close to the tanks. I really wouldn't be that comfortable that will be extra damage but less range, so we actually want the extra range. Here we're gonna go for the lock since there's nothing that interests us. Let's see, nothing here for us. There seems like we can go for that extra luck. I don't think that will be hurting anybody. Nothing here for us, so let's see. That's gonna be an extra slingshot, and we're gonna lock that blue slingshot right there. It's gonna be very helpful. another cyber ball, but we don't really care about that one. We can go for this ugly dude. I think it's gonna be very helpful, and it actually does a pretty good match with our slingshot here. It's gonna be removing speed for enemies, and the more, because we're gonna be bouncing, a lot of enemies are gonna be getting slow, so I think that's gonna be very helpful here. Okay, let's go. Let's see how that extra damage is going. Yeah, that extra bounce is in a very big difference. I wonder how many bounces you can get. I'm guessing it's gonna go all the way to 5 or something like that, since I think 5 will be the highest level, the highest tier that we can get that weapon. Okay, but it's certainly happened that the minus the speed is making us very slow. I didn't think we will feel it that much, but yes sir, it is very strong. I think we're gonna get like I don't know, 6%, and an extra 6%, maybe 10% if we actually get it. We're not gonna take this one since it's based on melee damage, and we're gonna go for the range 100% of the time. We can get that slingshot. We're gonna get that. Gonna buy that one. Oh, the slingshot goes all the way to level 2 and that's a max. Okay. I'm gonna get this minus on price. We don't really need anything that's here. We could go for this. We could go for this burning chance. Burning chance plus hitting a lot of enemies at the same time. I think that will be a pretty good match. So we also got the answer that we wanted, so you can only get the slingshot to level 2. Let's see how far that can get us. 2 bounces is still a pretty strong weapon to have. Get those. If we can get more attack speed, now that I think about it, and just having that 2 bounces, we can shoot enough times per second. We should be able to see that bounces be way more helpful. There we go. Let's see, melee and range damage. Yes, sir. We could dodge. I'm gonna go for that dodge. I don't really want to reroll these, and since we can, let's get that range damage. I'm just gonna recycle this one, buy that one, buy the damage. We can get. We actually don't have any. We just have minus crit chance, so I'm gonna get that one. I don't think it will hurt us at all. We have this slingshot here, but if I don't run, it wouldn't do anything for us here. Yeah, it doesn't let us combine anymore, so I don't think that's gonna be very helpful. And we 100% want to keep primitive going since we get that extra life deal with wildling. And we also get that extra HP points, so I wouldn't say there's an actual reason. Oh, there we can see our fire doing something. The only thing is that we're clearing the enemies so fast that the fire is actually not being that helpful. But I guess it's gonna do something in later stages. As soon as we get into like wave 12, wave 13, we should be seeing the fire do way more. We can get a couple more of the items easily, just to have that extra chance, because right now we're seeing barely like one character, one enemy get burned every couple seconds. Let's see, we can get extra damage, extra speed, or dodge. I think if we go for that extra damage, it wouldn't hurt at all. Let's see, we can get. We really want the damage. I'm not gonna take that one, but we have 10% attack speed. I feel like I can go for this scope, and it wouldn't hurt that much. Let's see what else we get. We get less crit chance. We can get some extra speed and more damage. I think it will be plenty useful. I think it's gonna pay for itself with that extra damage. And also the data speed is gonna come in helpful. Even more being range. God, even in wave 9 we have no issues at all clearing. And we don't really have that much extra damage, so I wasn't expecting that easy clearing. Oh, that's I see what our only problem is gonna be. Those tanks, those dash tanks are gonna be very annoying. But otherwise, we can clear pretty much anything in a couple seconds. It really didn't take us that long. The fires is still barely doing anything. I can see it going off more often, but it's just still not that helpful. We get extra luck for damage. Our luck is at 25 already, so I wouldn't think we needed 20 luck. I don't really think that we need it. We're gonna go for that range since we already have it. Why not? I think we can get that a little bit more speed. And let's see what we have here. Okay, so we don't really have anything that is interesting for us here. So I'm just gonna reroll that. I'm gonna reroll this. This one I haven't seen before. We get extra HP for minus the speed you have. So we will be at minus 18. We don't really need that extra HP regeneration. That will be for a totally different build. Oh, we're gonna go for this one though. That extra attack speed is gonna come in very helpful. We have a really good luck, but I don't think we're gonna get it butcher like that. Let's see what we else. We're not gonna go for this one since I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know if we wanna go for 2. But this one, no, because it lowers our range damage, and we really need that extra range damage. That extra range is very helpful though, just like I was hoping for. We can dispose of enemies without no issue at all, without them even able to approach us. I was thinking I will have it a little bit more issues at this wave is, but it seems like no matter, doesn't really matter right now. Well, we did get hit a little bit, but it's not being nearly as big of an issue as I was hoping that it would be. I feel like the slow wind that we had going on is also doing pretty good job here. We might not be able to see it that much because of how much damage we're doing. Okay, we'll lose some range, but we gain some damage. I mean, we have 100 range. I wouldn't be mad about it. So I'm just gonna take it. And we just got our range back. Let me see, we shoot 6 aliens around, dealing damage. I wouldn't think that goes with the kind of build that we're trying to get into. Let us see. We can get some minus range, which we have really high right now. We got extra riches and some dodge. I think that goes perfectly what we want. If we lose some attack speed here, we can get some extra damage. I don't think it's really that necessary here. I think we're doing pretty good. Let's see. I'm gonna go for this. I want to be able to have an extra chance of burning enemies here. Let's see. We have a little bit more money to work with. We can get some extra speed for our range, which I think is pretty good. So I think we're gonna get that extra speed. I wouldn't say that speed is gonna hurt us. Let's go. We don't really have anything else that we care much. Okay, now that fire is coming in way more useful. We can hear it going off very often now. Yeah, that's much better. We have a 50% chance to burn people now, so that's pretty nice. And as you can see, we can just get an achievement, a gatherer achievement. Pretty neat. We'll see what we unlock later on. As you can see, I don't really have everything unlocked in the game and still working on that. Haven't had that much time to put into it, but I'm having a lot of fun, that's for sure. Well, it's builds like these that make it very fun and interesting to play. We open up a pretty good amount of boxes here and there. Okay, there we go. Okay, we can slow down enemies, but I don't feel like a wildling will be using this thing. We're gonna go for that range damage for sure. Let's see what else we can get here. I'm not really interested in anything here. We can get these. I'm gonna keep that range. Or actually, we just got extra range, so we might as well not even need it. Yeah, let me get that extra damage. Extra not back. I don't know how it will work for us since we are range. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. We can get extra damage for minus attack speed, but we don't really have that much attack speed. We only have 13. I think we could do way better. And we can lose a little bit of range damage here and get some nice crit chance, but our crit chance is a 7%. We are gonna go for this one. Extra crit chance for minus armor that we don't really are focusing on. And if we can go then for this 2% minus damage for that 10% attack speed, I think that's gonna be a pretty big thing. Since we already have a very big boost on the damage. I will be okay with losing that much damage for the speed. So having a build like this and be heavy on attack speed, I think it's gonna be pretty overpowered later on. And even right now, it's doing pretty good. It's performing amazing. We shouldn't have much issue here. Yeah, this is incredible. We have no issues at all. Okay. I think we're going a little bit overkill with the build then. If we get another alien head, we can go for that one. Since it's been pretty clear that we can clear these groups with no issue at all. We don't really care about that one. We're gonna go for that extra damage. We're gonna get these crit chance with that extra damage. Oh, we don't really care about the harvesting that much, so I wouldn't say that we really need it. Let's see what else we can get. Nothing here. That's another one for us, but we already have 0 armor, so probably if we wanna see if we can get another armor or something that's gonna help us a little bit in that regard. So we can't really reroll, so let's just go. Okay. This point on is when we're gonna see the fire do something very interesting. And when that attack speed is actually gonna come in useful, since these guys are very strong, I would say very tanky. But we are having no issues at all. Okay. We're going on the right path then. And we don't really have well, we do have some life steal based on our weapons, thanks to the wildling having extra life steal using primitive weapons. Not doing bad at all. Let's see. And that extra attack speed is paying off really good. Very, very good. Having almost no issues with the amount of damage that we do. Yeah. Let's see, we can get some extra range, we can go even more life steal. Okay. Or we can get extra luck. I'm gonna go for the life steal. Harvesting increases 8%. We don't really care that much about harvesting, so I'm just gonna jump up. Burning spreads to extra to an every enemy. I'm gonna say yes. Because it's not something amazing, but it's gonna be a little bit helpful. If we can get, well, we can get dodge by minus armor, but we're already on the bad side of the armor, so we probably don't want to lose that. I'm gonna lock these two extra attack speed, minus 2% damage. That's very good, and minus item price. I'm never gonna say no to the item price, so cheaper stuff even better. Now that I think about it, the bounce is gonna be so helpful with those smaller mobs that appear. Those right there, they're very annoying. And the fire going to nearby enemies, that makes it even stronger. Having that 50% chance is gonna be coming very helpful now. With as many enemies that we're gonna be hitting, plus the fire just going to enemies that run on it, it's gonna be very easy to just clear enemies without having to deal direct damage to them. The only thing that worries me is the big amount that we can get of those enemies without even noticing, since they come from the bigger slugger guys. Okay, we can get I don't think we want that. We really need that extra XP. So we're gonna get these one, gonna get these one, let's see what else we can get. We can get minus HP regeneration for a little bit more damage. I wouldn't say no, so this is gonna lower our damage, but it's also gonna give us 1% damage for every 1% speed that we have, and we have 13% speed. We might get that one. I'm gonna be thinking about it. We for sure wanna get this one, and then we have a mammoth. Mammoth is gonna go very heavy into melee, so there's not a reason for us to be looking a lot into that one. Okay, my only issue with getting the power generator is it's coming a little bit off brand with what we be building here with the wildling. Having this primitive character having a power generator wouldn't make a lot of sense for me, but at the same time it's gonna give us a very strong build that is probably gonna be able to carry us late game with no issues at all. Just by the start itself, we will be losing 5% damage, but we will be getting 13% extra damage at the same time, and that's without counting what extra speed we can get later on. That is gonna also add into that. I think I'm gonna leave it out of the of this build for now, but if you guys prefer to have it going on the next videos for builds, we can go ahead and get that one done. We're still having a pretty good damage balance, so I'm just gonna keep doing that one. If we can get another snake, we can just spread it to a couple more enemies while doing that. It wouldn't be something that bad. There we go, the gentle alien. Let's go for more aliens here. We can get minus armor here, but a lot extra damage. But I think that will hit us a little bit too hard. We're already taking 6% extra damage. I think that will be too harsh for us. Hopefully we can manage these gentle alien extra enemies that I put in. It's gonna be pretty heavy. I mean, I think it's 5% per gentle alien, and we just got 2 in there, so hopefully we don't have that many issues. That fire is spreading even more now. It's doing great. Oh, there we go. That's the issue. Those big guys hitting very hard. We can listen that far going on. Yeah, I think it was a good buy for spending that much money. Losing a little bit of extra HP for that extra fire, but I wouldn't be against it. Just too helpful to have that many enemies getting damage for no intervenience from us. I'm gonna go for the dodge here. And if we get a minus everything, that's gonna be that great, but if we do it, we're gonna get 2% extra lifesteal. I think we're gonna go for that one since we don't really have any lifesteal right now. I'm gonna get that extra fire so we can have a good chance to just get everything on fire. We don't have anything interesting there, so let's just keep going. Yeah, we have a 75 chance, 75% chance to get whatever we shoot at on fire, so that should be pretty good. That should mean that most of our shots are just setting everybody on fire, and hopefully that plus the bounce plus the fire getting into nearby enemies should make it pretty easy to clear these smaller guys. I don't really want to have to deal with a lot of them on this map at the same time. A couple is fine, but as soon as they start getting grouped up, they start getting into a very big issue. And with those big tanks in the front, it makes it really hard. Very hard to keep up with the amount of damage they can get. That is a little bit too close. That's a little bit too close. Okay, let's see what we can do here. That's getting a little bit too close for us. We good enough. We are able to get some life deals, so I'm gonna go for that extra HP regeneration because we were on the bad side of the HP regeneration. And we can get minus harvesting for more healing, I would say, yeah. I don't think I care that much about it. I'm gonna put that extra damage. And if we do get... No, that's gonna hurt us a lot, losing that attack speed. And it doesn't look like we care about anything else here, let's go. Okay, that's some good clearing. That's some very good clearing. With that extra life, still I feel pretty comfortable now. And that attack speed is pretty for sure. It's just doing some miracles here, just being able to deal that much damage. And it's gonna be also very helpful because the life steal going off that often. Life steal plus the fire on the enemies going out that fast. That's amazing. If I can just keep myself away from getting shot every 2 seconds, we should be able to heal back here. Or just lose a run, sadly enough, at wave 18. Close, but not enough, I guess. I should get practice a little bit more to get better on that. But I think it took us very far. We had a really good item combination going on here. But oh well, guys. This was the Brotato with the slingshot bounce wielding build. The prophecy says bye. Thank you for tuning in.